Based on the most credible leaks from industry insiders like Mark Gurman and Ming-Chi Kuo, WWDC 2025 is shaping up to be the conference where Apple completely reimagines how their software looks and feels. They're calling it Liquid Glass or Solarium, and it's coming to everything: iOS 26, macOS 26 Tahoe, and yes, they're even changing how they name their operating systems. So, what's really going on here? Let's break down what Apple's actually planning and why they're making these moves now. First up, the liquid glass transformation. This isn't your typical software update with a few tweaked icons. We're talking about a complete visual overhaul inspired by the Vision Pro's interface. Think glass-like panels with actual depth, menus that float above your content, and buttons that shimmer with a glossy finish. Every single Apple operating system is getting this treatment: your iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, Apple TV, even CarPlay. The wild part? This design isn't just about looking good today. It's actually laying the groundwork for something called the Glasswing iPhone, coming in 2027, a 20th anniversary model that's rumored to be entirely made of curved glass with ultra-thin bezels. Apple's basically getting us used to this aesthetic years in advance. Now about that naming change. iOS 18 is jumping straight to iOS 26. Same goes for all their other systems. Why 26 instead of 25? Apple's fiscal year starts in October, and these updates typically launch late in the year. But the real genius here is psychological. Jumping from version 18 to 26 makes it feel like a massive leap forward, even if the actual features are more evolutionary than revolutionary. Here's where things get interesting. Remember how last year's WWDC was all about AI? Well, this year is taking a very different approach. While competitors are racing ahead with chatbots and generative AI, Apple's playing it safe. Sure, they'll announce some AI features: battery management that learns your habits, live translation through AirPods, maybe some health insights. But the revolutionary Siri overhaul everyone's been waiting for? Not happening. Mark Gurman's been pretty clear about this. Don't expect any significant new Siri features. The full AI transformation has been, in his words, delayed indefinitely. Some reports even suggest Apple's AI efforts have become an albatross or source of embarrassment due to performance issues. So, what do you do when you're falling behind in the AI race? You change the conversation. That's exactly what this visual overhaul accomplishes. While everyone's focused on how gorgeous their devices look, Apple buys time to figure out their AI strategy without the pressure of delivering something half-baked. Let's talk specifics about what's coming to each platform. iOS 26 gets the full liquid glass treatment, plus some practical additions: a new Games app to replace Game Center, RCS support for better Android messaging, polls and group chats, and that AI-powered battery management I mentioned. Your lock screen might finally show charging time estimates, something Android's had forever. iPadOS 26 is getting more Mac-like with enhanced multitasking. Stage Manager is getting a major overhaul. They're calling it Stage Manager 2.0. If you use an Apple Pencil, there's a new calligraphy mode coming. macOS 26 Tahoe brings the same visual consistency plus better gaming support through that new Games app. The Shortcuts app is getting redesigned with deeper AI integration, and there's this neat feature called captive Wi-Fi syncing. Log into public Wi-Fi once on your iPhone, and your Mac automatically connects too. The Apple Watch is where things get really interesting. watchOS 26 brings the liquid glass design, but with modifications for the smaller screen. The honeycomb app picker and list views are getting refreshed. They're adding features powered by Apple Intelligence. But here's the catch: your watch still needs your iPhone for the heavy lifting. You'll be able to create Genmoji right on your wrist and get notification summaries through widgets. Even Vision OS and TV OS are getting the treatment, ensuring every Apple device speaks the same visual language. This isn't just about making things pretty. It's about making the entire ecosystem so cohesive that switching to anything else feels jarring. Now, what about hardware? Don't hold your breath. This WWDC is all software all the time. Those iPhone 17 Air rumors floating around? Not happening until fall. Same with any new Macs or that rumored HomePod with a screen. Apple might tease future products, but don't expect to order anything new after the keynote. Here's what this all means for Apple's future. They're doubling down on what they do best, creating a seamless, beautiful ecosystem that makes you want to own multiple Apple devices. While they figure out the AI puzzle, they're giving us something tangible and exciting to look forward to. The liquid glass design is Apple playing to their strengths while buying time on their weaknesses. For developers, this is huge. Opening up AI APIs means third-party apps can start integrating Apple's on-device intelligence. That live translation feature for AirPods, expected in way more apps than just Apple's own. The bottom line is, WWDC 2025 marks a new era for Apple software, just not the AI-dominated one many expected. Instead of trying to out-chat GPT the competition, Apple is creating an ecosystem so visually stunning and interconnected that you won't care if Siri still can't write your emails. It's a classic Apple move. When you can't win the current game, change the rules entirely. What do you think about Apple's strategy here? Are you excited about the visual overhaul or disappointed about the modest AI progress? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.